So now that the engines are at idle, we have no warning messages. We should be good there. I've got the left generator and the right generator going. And we're still on ground power, so make sure our fuses are set. Just to let you guys know, this plane does not have a model. The fuses don't work, so they're not modeled, but that's okay. So everything's looking good. Let's just make sure that we can put on our map. Get back to my streaming program. And we're just going to take our time today, stream. I just, I don't want to rush it. I just want to kind of take in the immersion of it. I want to interact with the plane. I want to try to find out what I'm doing wrong. And at every stream, I just want you guys to watch how I grow. So I really don't want backseat driving. Helpful tips are okay, but just, I don't want this attitude where it's like, this and this, you got to do this and that. No, that's not what we're about. We're about helping each other. So with that said, again, we're going to be going with the CJ3 Plus. We're going to be flying it from Leesburg, Virginia, down to Shenandoah County. Let me make sure everything's set. Okay. Now, let me check one thing, guys. There's a way that we can change the voice of the alert systems. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do this. Is it utilities? Maybe it's minimums. Nope. Maybe setup. Avionics settings. Alerts, here we go. Touchdown callouts. Or let's first look at settings here. Okay, that looks okay. That's the call out, so that's not it. Oh, maybe audio. Here we go. So the audio alert voice is under avionics settings. You go down to the last one, which is audio, and then it's either female, which is by default, or you can change that to male. I think we're gonna leave it as female. All right, and let's leave our map there. And I'm gonna put that out to full screen. I like how you can split the screens, so you can have, something full screen here, or I can bring it back, and then I can actually bring up on this one, on this screen over here. This will control over here. So let's say I want to watch, let me think, my flight plan. Let's see, where is it? Actually, yeah, so you can change things over here. I think, where's it? Maybe. Oh, okay. So that's traffic. On my map there, so why is my traffic not showing up over here? Interesting. See, I have a traffic option here. This is my map options. Maybe because it's already, it's probably already up. So let's do this. Let's put our map here just for something so I can change it. Okay, now I have traffic. There we go. That's how that works. But you see how you can use two screens. You can split for two apps, or you can come across. It's a very powerful avionics system. That's why I like the Garmin avionics. They're pretty easy to figure out. Now, something I need to figure out is right now, if you look at my PFD, I don't have synthetic vision, but apparently you can do it. So let's have a look. Let's go explore. Right? That's what this channel's about, is just trying to figure things out with each other. Let's see. Yeah. Is it going to be my PFD? We'll take them one at a time. Terrain, map layout. That's not it. Yay. Is it PFD map settings? No, wait, I was just there. Wait a minute. PFD settings. Where are we at? So I've got my wind turned on. I like option 2, and you can see it right there. Where is synthetic vision? Ah, there it is. So you start from the very first front, right? And then you come down to PFD settings, altitude overlays, and here's synthetic terrain. Let's see if that works. Ah, yes. Now I can see the ground a little bit better, right? So, do I want to leave horizon heading on? And let's do it for right now. Or is that going to confuse me? Let me think. We'll leave it off. Okay. So there's that. Now for the fun part. The fun part is this aircraft with the in-game or in-sim ATC. Yesterday I had this issue where the ATC was like all staticky and then it just wouldn't be quiet. And then it was like overlapping with something else and you had all these hisses and hums. Oh, it was bad. So I don't know what that was. So again, if you're just joining me, this is the Live to Air developer. Came out with a new aircraft, business jet. It's the Cessna CJ3 Plus with the Garmin 3000 avionics. And it's a pretty fun airplane so far. Still trying to get used to it. But it's got some cup holders for the pilots, right? And then all kinds of fun stuff in the back. Let's see something. Oh, there we go. Let me get a cup of coffee here. And then when I click on it, you're like, okay, where did it go? Did it put it up here? No. I got to get out of my seat. think it puts it somewhere back here. This is just a little small demonstration of all the fun little stuff you can do. I think where did I put my coffee? Ah, there it is. We walk right past it. Can't let that get cold. It's got the built-in sound effects too, which I kind of like. It's kind of fun. Some little Easter eggs as well in this plane. Okay. So, with that coffee in me, thank God there's a working toilet back there too with sound. So, now I'm trying to get to the ATC. Let's see if that's all going to work. See. Let's check the comms. Maybe the audio is all turned up, so I don't know why I'm not hearing. Let's see if the weather tunes in.
Kilo Juliet Yankee
There we go.
Oscar automated weather observation 2000 Zulu. Wind tree 10 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear.
Ah, very clear.
2 tree C. Dew point 6C. Altimeter tree 010. Kilo Juliet Yankee Oscar automated weather observation.
Okay, let's turn it ground. Okay. See if the clearance works. This is the part I don't understand, is sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let me see if it works on this other comm. Nope. Any suggestions, folks, in chat? Why my comms aren't working? Let's see. One, 2, 7, 5. See? It doesn't work. Maybe if I mute it and bring it back. See, try to do the right thing, and it doesn't work. All right, let's just do this then. We're gonna depart from, go over here, check my flight plan again. sure this is all right. Then we're gonna go take off from runway 17. Okay, fine. Maybe it'll fix itself here in a minute. I don't know why it's doing that, but request south, depart south.
Ground.
There we go.
CJ 472 Golf, Sierra Charlie 1011 ready to taxi. South departure.
NCJ 472 Golf Sierra Charlie 1011. Taxi to and hold short of runway 17 via taxiway Bravo Alpha. Contact tower on 127.5 when ready.
Okay, so now we need to come over here. Since, let me jump out of the plane real fast and show you guys something. The GPU is actually on the plane. All right, that's the GPU. 28 volt. Get back in the plane. And we need to disconnect that, so we'll use our tablet. We'll come over to airplane and disconnect. Yes. We're gonna acknowledge.
Taxi to and hold short runway 17 via taxiway Bravo Alpha. NCJ 472 Golf Sierra Charlie 1011.
So let's go. Let's get this plane moving. Make sure all this is set up right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Had to adjust the rudder pedals. And let's start our taxi.
Tree 60.
Nice big left window in the cockpit. A lot of visibility in this cockpit. That's why they say it's a pretty good airplane for one pilot. Hopefully we have some really nice views today because the visibility is like 10,000 feet. We will set the altitude right before takeoff. Move over to the left a little bit. But yeah, chat, I highly recommend this aircraft if you're into GA and small business jets. It is the Cessna CJ3 Plus using the Garmin 3000. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you really find this content interesting. Hope you guys will stick around, watch me progress through my flight sim experiences. Every day I'm learning something new, and I would like to share my mistakes, which can be fun at times, right? But we would try to learn by those mistakes as well. All right, let's see.
Tower, NCJ 472 Golf, Sierra Charlie 1011 at runway 17 ready for departure, south departure.
NCJ 472 Golf Sierra Charlie 1011, altimeter tree 010 south departure approved. Cleared for
You guys know me, I do VAT sim, but with this plane, since it's new to me, I'm staying with the internal ATC. Let's go ahead and acknowledge that.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 17. NCJ 472 Golf, Sierra Charlie 1011.
Okay, let's just close that for now. And we're set my altitude. Since we're flying south-southwest, let's keep it odd. So we're gonna do 7,500. Okay. My flight control, there we go. See if this works. I don't know if my views are gonna work. Nope. Uh-oh. I'll make sure my flaps are mapped right. Let's see something. Yeah, looks good. Hold on one thing, guys. I need to just get lined up here, and then I need to drop back into OBS real quick. I just noticed something that I need to fix. Hopefully I can fix that. One second. So, I think my chat stream is acting weird. So, bear with me for 1 second. before we launch this jet. I'm missing a dock. So, if you guys did say something in chat and I missed it, I apologize. Because I am not seeing any chat right now. You guys probably think I'm really rude. There we go. Should be working. Yeah, I believe it's working now. But we're gonna make sure. You know, Game Speaker likes to make sure things are working correctly. We're gonna say hello. There we go. I'm good. I'm happy with this. We'll roll with this. There's still another issue, but you know, it is what it is. Now for the fun part. Let's rock and roll. Make sure I got the pressure right. Actually, one more thing. Make sure my keyboard is set correctly. So my keyboard. That should be it. There we go. Because if I do a shift 3, I'm looking at that. Shift 2. And then on my HOTA stick, I've got the quick return. So we're ready. Hope you guys enjoy this flight. Ooh, it wants to pull. Pull up. Ooh, that was not good. We're gonna have to fix this autopilot.
CJ472 Golf, Sierra Charlie 1011. Continue for south departure. CJ472 Golf, Sierra Charlie 1011.
Are you serious? This plane has a bug. The autopilot's not engaging. I can become a harsh critic very quickly. So we'll just fly the pattern out so we can try to set the autopilot, but it's not engaging right now. This is why you can't rely on your avionics 100%. You gotta be able to quickly fix issues in the cockpit.
CJ472 Golf, Sierra Charlie 1011. Did you hear my last transmission?
Yes, hello. I just don't have time right now to respond.
Tower, NCJ472 Golf, Sierra Charlie 1011. Frequency change.
Let's see. Renduxi says gear, so. Nope. Looks like I might be hand flying this plane all the way down. Have to set the trim. Yeah, autopilot's not working. It worked yesterday. What's going on? Let's try to... Hang on. Let's get this back to full screen. Wow. The autopilot does not engage. Nope. Flaps are up. It was working yesterday. Let's go ahead and try to trim this plane, so I can at least focus on that. I was told that this plane is very easy to trim, and it looks like I have done that. Let's see. Nope. Let's climb back up. There. Looks like we can hold it steady for a second. Let me check something real quick. I don't get it. Now it's working. Now it just engaged. No, actually, it tried. What am I doing wrong then? Just gotta watch everything. I mean, I'm trying to do it from the plane, and you would think that that would turn on. 1 second, let me pause the sim. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna reach out to the developer right now. He should be on Discord, so let's take care of that. One second, guys. Appreciate your patience. We're gonna get this. The developer's already responding to me. I don't expect a quick answer, but you know, if he responds, it's really nice. I mean, overall, I like the airplane. It's just these little bugs that drive me crazy. So I heard that if you disabled it from the yoke or with the AP and gyro disabled bind, I think, or something like that, you need to press it again. Okay. Let's try. Let's do a resume.
Generic 25 Papa contact Potomac approach on 133.0. Good day. 133.0. Generic 25 Papa.
There we go. Bingo. There we go. I just got done talking to the developer. This is why I like this plane, because since I bought it, I've had some questions and he's responding to me live. So pretty cool. Now let me hit my nav. There we go. See, we didn't have to abort the flight. We'll just pretend it's like we're having problems in the plane and we have to just work around it. There we go. once this gets us to the direction. Make sure we don't stall. Let me give it some more power. We were even talking, I was talking earlier to the developer, and he's got a paint pack, so I'm gonna be customizing my own plane. I'm gonna customize it. I want to change the tail number and also the graphics on the plane. We'll see how that goes. Let me know, guys, if you want me to do a video on that, how you can change or modify liveries or liveries. Okay, let me get my procedure going. Let me focus on here, folks. Let's do a approach. That's not going to be it. Okay, It didn't take. I did something wrong. Oh, load and activate, duh. There we go. So my final is 18, so we're gonna do 1800. I'm gonna let this climb up to 7,500, and then we'll change the, we'll set up for the procedure, the approach. Here we go. Getting there. Folks, if you're just joining me for the first time, I would appreciate it if you like this type of content to hit that like and subscribe. It helps me continue these things. It helps me stay motivated. So far, all the people that I've met have been great. So I appreciate that. There we go. Let's just level off. Mwahaha. Slowly but surely. So let's change this down to 1800. Get closer, my eyes can't see. Focus on those numbers. 1800. And VNav's here. Okay. Look at that view, though. Look at that beautiful plane. very similar to the CJ4. CJ4 is a little bit faster. This, you know, but for me, it's good. It's got a little bit over a 3,000 nautical mile range.
Generic 25 Papa contact Potomac approach on 120.45. Good day.
Make sure we clear those mountains too, right?
120.45 for generic 25 Papa.
Guys, let me know once we land. If we land safely and park, I can show you a little bit more of the plane. We can go through the cabin. I can kind of show you some of the little Easter eggs and things like that. But I'm just taking my time. I'm trying to get things right. I know I don't get everything perfect. There's a lot to learn. This plane has some really great checklists, and I know Renduxi's gonna hit me up again. He's gonna ride me until I start using those religiously. But yeah. But if you want to join a community where we're helping each other out, especially if you're into, you know, the general aviation type planes, let me know. We can start doing some events and things like that. Just chill, do chill flights on Sundays or whenever, you know, just hang out as a community. That's what my channel with the Flight Sim is about. Also, every now and then you'll see me play video games. Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, and some other ones. But mainly it's about flight simulation and just trying to learn new things every day and just get better with it. And I want to move that with the community. So if you guys are new, you know, this is a great channel. We can grow together. Then when we get to our TOD, we'll start to descend. Right now I have it programmed at 1800. We'll get closer and I'll hit the VNAV so the aircraft can actually take itself down to 1800. But look at these nice big windows, right? You can just see out. Look at that. Isn't that a nice view? And again, this plane needs to use the tablet that comes with it, and it works with SimBrief and Navigraph to load the flight plans in. I don't recommend using the EFB, this EFB right here. It doesn't appear to send the flight plans. Now, if you plan a flight from the world map, that seems to work. But this flight planner here doesn't seem to work. But some things work, it's just the flight planning part of it. But I suggest using the weights and balances over here in the performance on the tablet was developed with this plane. They're actually not. They're actually down. Yeah, I was wondering that, yeah. It is up. That's not good. Wait. Okay, hold on. Renduxi to the rescue. Thank you, Renduxy. Hope you're having a nice day. It's always fun having you on stream. So yes, I admit that was this guy's error, right? Are you saying we're gonna get there faster too? If I didn't make mistakes, the stream would be boring. If you think about it, right? Oh yeah, I know. I'm gonna go faster, right? So we just have to watch it. When we start to descend, we have to control that. One thing I'm having a hard time though with this plane, still trying to get used to, is the when I have the flaps, I get the resistance and I feel that like the grind. Oh, I understand. I know that. I should have been at 10,000. I chose the VFR because I just want to kind of get used to some other things first, and then we'll just keep adding things. That is true. That is true. But all these are great comments of why you wouldn't want to do that. So there's the airport. It scared me for a second because I'm so used to doing it straight to straight, but I actually did take an approach. Or yeah. Ooh. That is going to be a very steep descent. Or did I not turn VNAV on? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna abort this, and then we're gonna do a direct to, and come down that way. Because I already missed the procedure. That was my fault again. Another thing, I'm so used to flying that slow Cessna, right? I have more time. Here I have to be alert more quicker, respond more, much at a faster thing. So yeah. God, I can't even speak anymore. So can I do, let's see. Let's just cheat for a second. I know okay, so there's the, good grief, you. So we passed the airport. To do. Yeah, bring him back up. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. So is it going to pick back up on that? Let's see. Game plans to get back to runway 23. So I did a direct 2. I don't know if that's going to work though. Let's see. See if it banks us left. That's correct. I was hoping that the VNAV would kick in, but it did not. Is that because I did not set that? Okay. Let's do this. Let's cancel that. I'm going to take the autopilot off here in a second. Well, let's do that. Let's do that right now. I'm going to go out and come back. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Yay. All right, let me focus on here. Let me figure it out, try to figure it out. Whoa.
Autopilot.
Ooh. Ooh.
100. Stall.
Yes. We're gonna flip. We're gonna flip. Woo. So, question. When I did a direct to 23, why didn't it align me correctly with the runway? That's something I was going through my mind is the plane was over here when I should have been over here, so that's why I manually try to get it to straighten out when I did the direct to. Thoughts, comments from chat? Let me go ahead and park the plane while you guys are typing.
Kilo Sierra Hotel Delta traffic. NCJ 472 Golf Sierra Charlie 1011 is taxiing to parking. Kilo Sierra Hotel Delta traffic.
It is. That's why I was asking the question, and it was like, let me announce my parking.
Kilo Sierra Hotel.
Stay with me, chat. Stay with me. I promise you.
472 Golf Sierra Charlie 1011
I don't purposely try to make those mistakes. I try to really recover from them,
Delta traffic.
because that's the only way I'm going to learn. But that's part of the simulator, right? Everybody thinks, oh, you got to be perfect in the sim. No. If I was perfect in the sim, then I'd be going for my pilot license.
NCJ 472 Golf Sierra Charlie 1011 is taxiing to parking. Kilo Sierra Hotel Delta traffic.
All right. Let me... So I had my speed brakes on. Retract those bad boys. We're going to talk about that once I park. Let's talk about this experience that you guys just witnessed. I'm not getting off that easy. My flying was like something in Grand Theft Auto. I used to steal those jets. So which way is the arrow? Okay. Now, something I noticed, my sticks are all the way back, but this didn't go all the way down. So I guess I have to just turn it this way to turn the engines off. Go ahead and turn these switches off. Is everybody okay back there? We're gonna get up here in a minute and we're gonna check. Turn this off. There we go. So, this was the correct airport. So I don't understand why it didn't align correctly. Or I didn't give it enough time to align. I was just, I honestly, I was panicking, trying to, turn it sooner than later to realign. One thing I noticed about this aircraft, though, is it stops pretty quickly. So this is kind of nice. It doesn't get rid of the yoke. It just puts it down, pushes it down, which is kind of nice. And I do realize that it was actually at the lower position. So let me go check. So I promised a little bit of a tour. I'm going to make a video about this plane. So here you actually have some toilet paper storage. The drawer sound is pretty cool. You have some tables. Oh, let me show you guys some stuff here. Even the handles for this chairs come down. So let's go ahead and put our table. Come over here. I think it's this drawer here. Nope. Where's my snacks? So we got some burgers and some Chinese food. Some Doritos. What else? What do you guys want? Some mad angles. I think it's full. I think it won't give me any more. So, there's my meal. I think there's some poison soda, too. Let's see. Yep. It's gonna let me get one of these. Nope. I think I took too many things. What's in this top drawer? First aid kit. Anyway, here's the burger. Sorry. Eat some Doritos. Let's eat the Chinese food. More chips. A little candy bar. Yep. Now let's go and get the soda, see if there's if it lets me. I think I just took too many things out. I guess you can't drink poison, because that would be bad. So it looks like the only stuff I can drink is the coffee. So we already had that. You guys saw how that works. So over here, let's just close this. Okay. What's up here? I think this is a little storage. Yeah, little storage. And then this right here. How to fly a plane. Yeah, I need that. I'll go read that for dummies. Question is, where did it put it? Oh, there it is. Can you actually turn the pages? No. But yeah, this is a plane that I actually want to really start to fly. Just get really good at it. So I added it, I went ahead and purchased it. It's, if you guys are in the UK, it's $26. Here in the US, it ended up being like $30. Well, it's a fun little plane. Let's see what this does.
No, I am your father.
Oh, crazy, crazy, crazy. How did I shut this door? I think it's right here. Oh, it's got to be at the right angle. There we go. Even the pen is clickable. Watch. And then we have these visors. Last time I brought them down, I couldn't figure out how to get them back, so I'm not going to mess with them right now. Oh. One thing I forgot to show you is this. Let's turn the battery back on. Come over here. Add a GPU so we don't run out of juice. So you can do your the performance, the weights and stuff, and you can actually bring them in from SimBrief. So I could do all that up front and then just bring everything down into here. But what I wanted to show you guys, I think it's here. Yeah. So I can actually go to each window and shut the curtain individually, or I can do them all at once from here. Why is it doing something's glitching on me? So all the blinds, so we're gonna close all the blinds, and you'll see why in here in a second. You can refill the food and drinks, keep those passengers happy. And now we can go into disco mode. So if I turn around, let me see. Maybe it has to be nighttime. So let's change the time of day to night. There we go. So we go back up here and fix the weather to real time. Come over here. And turn that off. Open all my blinds. Turn on all the lights. Let's see if that works. There's a problem going on with the lights, I think. The other issue with this plane right now is the navigational lights are not on. Or I'm sorry, they're not working correctly when you turn them on. I talked to the developer, they're aware of it, he is fixing it. He didn't give us a timeline, but I don't think it's going to be that long of it before we have to wait for that to be fixed. But the way you turn on those is you go to aircraft systems and you go to exterior lights. So let's turn our beacon on, navigational light, and taxi. And let's step out of the plane just to see if it's actually working. Does not look to be working, even at night. So let's go and test it real quick. Put everything back at night. Nope. So that is definitely broken. So guys, in the chat, let me know what you think of this aircraft. And there are some issues with the texture. You can kind of see it if you look at an angle. But overall, it's not a bad plane. But like I said, I'm actually going to work on trying to change this tail number. And then I'm going to try to change the paint scheme. And the one thing that wasn't modeled was in here, there's actually, in the real plane, there is actually a panel right here that will actually show you the wires where the GPU connects. Can we actually lock it? Nope. You guys notice another mistake? I should have brought the plane up to him right here. I did not see him. So, there's that. What time is it? I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. So yeah, I need to take a break, but I wanted to try to do a full flight. At least we got here, right? We got here. So thanks to Renduxy, helping me as always. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, please hit that like and subscribe. Keep my momentum going. And until the next